Well, hello everybody. How are you doing today? I hope that each and every one of you are doing very well. And I tell you what, I'm doing very well too. I really am. First of all, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you very much for tuning in to me today. Tuning in to another episode of TJ's Topics. And of course, I'm TJ. Glad to have you. And I tell you what, I'm especially glad to have you because we are now in a brand new month. And that's right. We are now in the month of November, my birthday month. How about that? Oh, I tell you, I am so grateful. And at the time that you're viewing this, I am within a few days of my 45th birthday. How about that? Very soon I'll be reaching a new milestone, 45. And I tell you, I am truly grateful for that. And it's a blessing because so many people never made it to that point. And so I'm grateful that I have. Now, I want to tell you what I'm talking about today as I approach number 45. I tell you what, I feel like I'm getting to the point now where I can really voice my opinion on different things. And I have a little bit more courage and the authority to do so. More so than I had back in my teens and 20s, because during that time, it's like I was always chastised by different people, whether it was a family member or a neighbor, someone I went to church with, perhaps even someone I worked with. When I was younger, somebody always had something to say about the thoughts and the opinions that I had, the views that I shared with people regarding different things. And it made me feel like my thoughts didn't matter. Like I didn't have any business trying to go against the grain, but I'm in a different place in my life now. I really am. And the older you get, the less you're willing to tolerate crap out of anybody. And that's where I am now as I approach age number 45. And having a lot more gray hair now than I had 20 years ago, I know that I don't have time for foolishness. Because, see, life is too short for that to start with. And therefore, we ought not be willing to put up with any of that junk out of anybody. So, my topic for today is, it's all right to be a fool, but don't be a damn fool. And somebody might get offended by that. But that's what I'm talking about today. It's all right to be a fool because we all have been one. Like Omar and Cuba Gooding Jr.'s father said a few decades ago, everybody plays the fool sometimes. We all have been there. I mean, we all have made some terrible choices in our lives, choices as to who we're going to date or who we're going to marry, what kind of job we're going to work on, or, going along with a bunch of craziness out of so-called friends, people who we thought were our friends, but turns out they really weren't our friends. They were just using us for what they could get out of us, for that moment. And once they saw where they could no longer get anything out of us, or we were no longer serving the purpose for which they approached us to begin with, then they walked away. And I've been there, and I know you have too. If you're old enough to have lived through some things, then yes, you've experienced quite a bit of that. Well, part of that is it's a part of learning. It's life experience. And experience is the best teacher. And people have made fools out of us for various reasons. And as the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But you got some people out here who are just consistent fools. I mean, one thing after another, they fall for. And they believe any and everything that someone tells them just because it sounded good. But you know what they say, if it sounds too good to be true, then it usually is. So we've all been there. So I would like to take a moment to share with you the definition of a fool. What is a fool? First of all, it can be a noun, and a fool is a person who acts unwisely or imprudently, a silly person. And we all know people who fall into that category. In fact, a lot of us have been in that category ourselves at one time or another. And the word fool can also be a verb, which means to trick or deceive someone or to dupe them. What does being a fool mean? When you call someone a fool, you either mean he or she is gullible or just a complete idiot. That's what it is. And we all have called someone a fool. Now, there's actually a scripture in the Bible that a lot of times preachers use to scare folk. And I've heard it many times. I don't have my Bible in front of me, but I know it was Jesus talking, saying something like, if you call someone a fool, then you would be in danger of hellfire. And oh man, I wish I had time to go into all that, but I am gonna just take you through a little bit of it, because now we know what a fool is. But what about the definition of the word damn? Because remember now, it's all right to be a fool. Just don't be a damn fool. Now, what does the word damn mean? Let's find out. The word damn, D-A-M-N, it's a verb. In Christian belief, it means to be condemned by God to suffer eternal punishment in hell, like eternal damnation, which is found in the Bible, all throughout the New Testament in various places. And the second definition is to condemn, especially by the public expression of disapproval. So now let's get back to the term damn fool. Remember, it's all right to be a fool. Just don't be a damn fool. So now, what is a damn fool? Damn fool is an informal, old-fashioned, and vulgar term that means a person who is extremely foolish or stupid. The term originated between 1880 and 1885. So it's actually been around for a long time. It's been around for well over 140 years, at least, give or take. That's a long time. that people have been referring to others by that term. Now, when you take the word food or the word damn by itself and combine it with the word food to create the term damn food, basically what you're doing is you are referring to someone who is stupid, might call them silly or just totally obnoxious. And you're saying that they are worthy of condemnation. They are worthy of being destroyed, because to damn something means to destroy something. That's what the word means. Damn means destroy or, to condemn. That's what it means. So when we call somebody a damn fool, we are saying that they are so stupid and so foolish that they are worthy of being completely destroyed. In other words, wiped off the face of the earth, because they are absolutely no good at all for anything. And nobody has any concern for them. That's essentially what we're saying without even knowing it when we call somebody a damn fool. So that doesn't sound too good, does it? And if it doesn't sound good, then to the person who has been referred to as such, I'm quite sure it doesn't feel good. So I guess we should be careful about the words that we use and the names that we call people, because words do have power. I mean, you can speak things into existence. And if you keep saying a thing long enough, eventually it's going to take root into your mind and your spirit. And eventually you'll begin to see it manifest in your life or in someone else's life. The words that you spoke over them, they'll start to believe it, and they'll begin to see themselves as that thing that they've been referred to. So we have to be very careful. So again, it's all right to be a fool, because we've all been there. Just don't be a damn fool. And I hope that there's nobody out there watching today who even considers themselves a fool at all, much less a damn fool. Because no matter how many mistakes you make in your life, no matter how many bad choices or whatever you've done, there's still hope. But it all begins in your mind. And you don't deserve to be destroyed or wiped off the face of the earth because of those choices. If that were the case, there are many of us who should have been wiped off the face of the earth decades ago. So that's all I have to say about that. And I certainly do thank you very much for being attentive and being willing to learn something, because that's what this is about. It's about teaching a valuable lesson in how we talk to people and refer to them and stuff, and how we treat one another, because we certainly ought to treat people with the respect that we feel that we deserve. So I thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of TJ's Topics. And I really enjoyed you, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next time when I have another very important discussion. There's no telling what it might be. And by the time we come back together again, we will have had the presidential election, and we're just hoping for the best as we go through this election. Oh my God, because we certainly don't need any damn fools in the White House. This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.